Good afternoon. We are here again today, being Monday, to discuss the topic we titled. It's going to be a question anyway. We want to discuss in a family where the man earns maybe once in a while and the woman earns a steady monthly income. We want to know whose responsibility or who should, either as a way of responsibility or whatever, who should take care of the day-to-day spendings of the family. Remember, it is less discourse. So all of us are highly welcomed and is expected that you contribute. Before we forge ahead, let me introduce the man with me here, the prosperous prosper.
Good day, all.
Thank you so much. While we continue, we still encourage you to keep joining. You can comment, like, and then share to your friends to also invite them. The topic again, remember, is this program. Let's discuss is where we discuss topics that bothers the heart. So we've not come to indict any party, not to talk against or maybe to talk in favor of any party. So let us look at it this way. In a family where a man does a kind of contract jobs that it comes, once in a while, and sometimes when it comes, it pays huge. Let's take, for instance, get a contract of millions, and at the end of it, you are having like 1 or 2 million naira, or even any amount like that. And once that money comes and once that contract is done, before you are able to secure another one, it takes long. And the woman has a work that pays a salary of every month. You are short of every month salary of 100,000 naira. So let us look at whose responsibility it is in such family to take care of the day-to-day spending. It has always been said that once they've come together in marriage, they have become one. And what they have, they jointly have together. But I've had some sayings that will also tell you that what the man has belongs to the family and what the woman has belongs to the woman. I don't really know where this one is coming from, so it's part of the reasons why I want to talk about these things. Where the man, works, not that he's idle, he works, but the nature of work he does is the type that comes once in a while, and when it pays huge. But once after that one, it takes another long time to come again. But the woman is sure of every month 100,000. So whose responsibility? I'm talking of responsibility now. Whose responsibility is it to take care of the day-to-day spending of the family? Prosper. You are the only person with me today, so
all right.
You have to do all the talking.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'll try my best to do justice to this, not to be biased at the same time.
Okay.
Consequent on the fact that we don't have the female gender yet to actually argue this out with us in the studio. Nevertheless, I want to appreciate the anchor of this program for this great privilege to come your way again today.
You're welcome.
Say a big thank you.
You're welcome.
Actually, when you talk about responsibility of providing for day-to-day expenses of the family, the running of the family, I would say categorically that it is the responsibility of the man to provide for his family. And that is why he has that title of the head of the family. So in a situation where things are not actually balanced, where the man earns higher than the woman, and the woman is in the position of having more finances than the man, consequent on the fact that maybe just like the scenario you painted, that this man maybe could possibly be a contractor whose work comes once in a while, but anytime it comes huge.
Yeah.
So let me capitalize on that word huge. If it comes huge, the best thing to do is by experience, maybe before you marry this man, you've been in this job, or possibly you took this line of business after you got married to your wife and started building your family. For experience, you've seen that after a particular job, it takes like 2 or 3 months before another one comes.
Yeah.
So the thing that you should do there is to allocate an allowance to the wife for the running of the family.
But sorry, you know that you are not sure. No, you understand? You are not sure of this money coming, and you even if when you have hope that it will come, you are not sure of how much that is going to come.
All right. Even at that, when you are not sure of how much is going to come, it doesn't take away the place of the man's role in the family as the head of the family, who provides for his family, protects his family, and leads his family. So the woman in the picture is the helpmeet who have come to become one with this man. But that doesn't mean that you should now offload the whole responsibility to the woman because of the nature of your job or whatever you do as what you do to earn a living. So you must take your place in the home. If your job gives you the privilege of, for instance, let me quote an amount. For instance, it gives you a profit of 50,000 after the job. It's expected that from that 50,000, when you've removed your savings, or maybe if your family saves or whatever, it's expected that you allocate some part of that money to your wife for the feeding allowance, the children, the day-to-day expenses, and all of that.
How possible is it that thank God you've already quoted 50,000, so let's begin to work with 50,000.
All right.
You have a contract, and at the end of executing this contract, you have 50,000 all to yourself. And in this present day Nigeria, and before you have 50,000, and before another contract comes, it may take up to 2 months or 3 months, and then you begin to work on that one before you are able to execute it. And trying to be faithful, not to eat people's money and they begin to pursue you here and there. How can you sustain your family for 2 months? And believe you me that sometimes it can take more than 2 months for that one to come. So how can you sustain your family with 50,000 naira, knowing fully well that your wife earns 100,000 at the end of every month? Now, while you've just earned 2 months 50,000 naira, you're waiting for the period of 2 months, your wife has already gotten 200,000 naira.
All right. Now, I'm not really removing the woman from the picture.
Yes, we want to balance it because we are not trying to be biased like this. Yes, we want to balance it.
Yes.
So that the man will know what he is expected to do, and the woman will know what she is expected to do. Though what we are talking about now is the responsibility, and you've cleared it, that it is the sole responsibility of the man to take care of the family. But now looking at the nature of their source of incomes.
Now looking at the source of their income, just like what I said, he should allocate some part of that money to the wife.
Please do this. Let's do it practically.
An allowance.
How do we allocate this 50,000?
Even if it's 1 naira.
Let's allocate
even if it's 1 naira.
It's not better we begin to do it now.
Allocate it to the wife so that the wife will know that the man is actually taking part in his role, but it's not enough. Now we are talking about a couple who are both working class. Who have something to do, who have something to do. Not like the man alone is working and the woman is just a housewife. But the wife works too.
Please, you can contribute to the topic. Thank you and God bless you.
The wife works as well and earns up to 100,000 a month. And the man is estimated profit is at 50,000 or thereabout at the end of which is not even assured for the next month if it will come again next month. Now, where we have such a scenario, it's expected that for you to play your role, to take part in your responsibility,
Okay.
to actually take that responsibility, to show that you are actually responsible. Even if it's not enough, it's not going to take care of the whole need, because we all know that even most of the money that is being allocated to women or wives, so to say, to actually take care of the family, most times it's not enough.
Okay.
Most times it's not enough, but they don't allow.
Most times it's not enough.
Most times it's not enough.
So, which
So
means
it's a two-way thing actually. Why there are some people that saves from the feeding allowance.
Okay.
Why there are some women that get excess
Because
from
I
their
know that
husband,
there are some
to
women
the point that they have leftovers.
they build the money for their personal needs into
Yes.
the
Allowance.
the feeding allowance and all of that. Even the money they used to buy biscuit, pants for children and
Exactly.
all of those things. Yeah.
All those things. So the children welfare, the family day-to-day expenses and all of that is built into that for a man who have more than the wife, who doesn't even care. That some men that doesn't even care how much the wife makes,
Okay.
doesn't even know how much is the wife balance. All he does is to take his responsibility, give money for the this. He doesn't care if the money is more than or not. Why there are some, just like the scenario, the picture, the people we are using now for this discussion, whereby the man earns lesser than the woman, in this scenario. So in this situation, make sure you play your part, being responsible, not because your income is not up to what the woman makes at the end of the month. Then you just shrink away from the responsibility, and the woman begins to take whole responsibility and begin to take care of the family needs and all of that. So you must play your part, no matter how little it is. So this woman will even know that this man is trying, but just that he's not really meeting up. And she too, being a helpmeet, wisdom demands that she will not do what? Augment.
Okay, but I've heard a couple argue that I take care of the big projects of the family, and you should take care of the small projects in the family. And I began to ask them, what do you mean by big project and small project? And which gave me a picture of this thing we're talking about now. The man is working, he works with government, and after executing this kind of work doesn't come by. Yes. So after working, he has good, once this project comes, he's sure of good amount of money. So they may decide to buy shares for every member of the family. They may decide to buy what they call landed property. They may decide to build a house. They may decide to do something tangible with that money. You understand? And everybody gets a good share of this money. Maybe give everybody his own share. Go to market, buy what you want, go shopping for yourself. And so everybody eats from this money when it comes, and most of it that is invested for the good of the family also. And once that money comes like that and is spent in that way, and it finishes, because once there is nothing that is bringing money again, and the one you are eating it, definitely it will end. You understand now? But this woman earns on monthly basis. She earns on monthly basis. So the man said, I take care of the big projects for the family, and you should take care of the small projects for the family. So the small projects, according to him, is buying these day-to-day things, buying food, and maybe biscuits and all of these things for children while going to school. So how do you also look at it? Is the man making sense at all, based on your own view on this?
All
point?
right. Now the family thing is all about understanding and decisions.
Okay.
It's all about agreement between the two parties involved in this marriage and family thing.
Okay.
So if they decide that the man's money will be for futuristic investments, why the woman uses out to take care of the day-to-day expenses,
Okay.
the man is still playing his role as the man of the family.
Okay.
He's taking responsibilities because he's investing for the better of the family tomorrow. He's investing for the future of the family tomorrow. So to avoid being distracted from taking that whole using the word you said they use big project and small project. So if the woman woman sees the day-to-day this thing as a smaller project to handle based on her own capacity, and this man, once the money comes in bulk, he invests either into landed properties, either into shares or into this thing in the name of the family, for the betterment of the family tomorrow.
Yes.
So
In the name of
the man is still taking responsibility.
Okay.
So it's all about understanding. It's all about the two parties involved with their agreement.
Okay.
So if this is what they agree, the woman will feel bad tomorrow, like every time I'm the one going to the market with my money to buy food, so you don't release money for food stuff and all of that. So such things will not be heard if there is an understanding. But whereby maybe this man is playing a hide and seek, the woman can't give account of what he spends his money on, don't even know the man's account balance, don't know what this man earns. So all she knows is that this man works and
she knows that money comes.
Yeah, money comes. But she can't give account.
No, she doesn't give account of she cannot possibly give account of what the man has. But when the money comes, the man says, enter motor, let us go. Let's go out and flex and all of that. She eats this money, but though she doesn't know the amount that comes in. She doesn't know when it started.
When the money is being exhausted, so she won't know. And that's when argument will start coming out from the point of I'm the one. You start feeling the pressure that you are the only one spending. You start feeling you are the only one taking responsibility. The man is not taking responsibility because you feel he has. And he is supposed to support. He's supposed to be the man, do the spending and all of that. But you are the one doing it. But when there is an understanding, when there is this agreement between the two of them, nobody will even know how the family is being run. People will just see things happening, food is being dished out. Nobody knows if it's the wife that provided for it or the man provided. It's all about the understanding of how the family is being run.
So now, based on what we have said so far, it is the sole responsibility. When we look at it as a responsibility, it is the responsibility of the man to provide for the family. Bible even said that any man that cannot provide for the family. So it is the work of, it is the responsibility of the man to provide for the family. So, but looking at these factors that we've just considered now, it is not out of place when the woman helps out, because Bible said that they are helpmates. So they come to help, they come to augment, they come to complement. You understand? So they come also to fill gaps. So when the woman helps, it is not out of place. I think we are having Blessy Queen with us now. Maybe, all right. Okay, thank you so much. So we said it is not out of place for the woman to help out. It is not out of place at all for the woman to help out. But now what they need to do is to have a kind of planning. They really need to come together and have a kind of planning. Shift. All right, thank you so much. We want to welcome Blessed Queen. She just walked in now. Blessed Queen, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so we are still on the topic when the man does the kind of contract job that pays huge, but it comes once in a while a woman earns a steady salary of 100,000 naira, whose responsibility it is to take care of the day-to-day expenses. So we have established that it is the responsibility of the man to do so, but the woman can help out. So Prosper just said something that the family need to come to a kind of consensus. They have to discuss and have understanding of what to do with the money that comes in, how to use the money that comes in. And if the woman knows how much the husband earns, where the money is being invested into, and all of those things, I don't think that there will be need for fighting. But I also look at it. I will challenge this quickly to you. I see some women who are so possessive. It is my money. It is my money. I pointed one of these women's ideology. The man's money is the family money, but the woman's money is her money. So some women said it is your responsibility and you should, even when they try to have this understanding we're talking about, the woman says no, it's my money, and my money I use it for myself and all of that. So what do you have to say about it?
Well, I would say that all these things depends on how a family was started.
Okay.
A marital relationship was started.
Okay.
And come to think of it, according to the Holy Book, the woman is supposed to be a helpmeet, right?
Okay.
Now, in our dispensation, from where we are coming from, if a man marries you, you are, I should say, you are his belonging.
Oh, the woman belongs to the man. Okay.
Of course.
Okay.
Now, the Bible says, as a woman, your duty, your paramount duty, is for you to do what? Submit to this man. And the man, when you do your submitting, the man is to love.
Okay.
And love covers multitude of lots of things. And I will build in even the family finance into this love.
Okay.
That's why I said initially, it depends on how this family was started. The foundation. So, was the family, they say when we are cutting, we should talk about finances, we should talk about a whole lot of things, which are the bedrock of every relationship, even in marital relationship. Okay. So I'm trying to say, or my own notion is that now, depending on how the family agrees to share their family money, even at that, the woman should. I've heard a lot of stories of how a man came up to become better, and he remembered those old days when the wife would always bring everything and say, okay, this is it, like what I was hearing from one of the God's generals. Bring it, and the man would say, okay, God said I should sow everything. Okay. You understand? And she would say, okay, but me, I'm asking, what about the baby's food? And you say, don't worry, God will provide. You can imagine that, even to the extent of a newborn baby. So for me, it should not be about how do we use this money. Okay. If you know the man is investment driven, has investment mindset, you shouldn't even ask what is the money and the one making it. As far as you know that whatever is being made, the money is not being misused. Yes, it's not being misused.
So at that point, I look at one of the major problems to this as not really knowing themselves.
Exactly. Yes. When the foundation is destroyed,
what shall the righteous
do? So the whole thing boils down to the
agreement. How was this family?
But sometimes they enter into agreement, and along the line, one person before.
Exactly. There are ups and downs. There are a whole lot of shifts in life. Time and season reveal a whole lot of things and brings about experiences that one might not even plan for. It could be that as at the time when they started, things were, they made decisions based on how things were at that moment. Okay. But as time goes on, maybe 5 years later, 6 years later, this man was sacked from work. He started another job and his own business. Started learn the skill, and in the course of learning this skill, money ceases to come, stop flowing every week. He now gets it once in a while, and this woman will maybe start feeling like, I'm not the one earning more, I'm not the one spending more. Why is the man's responsibility? Everything still bothers on understanding. No, if we've done about communication in marriage, let's discuss. So people can go back and watch that communication. They say you will understand better. Okay. When there is communication at the foundation of marital relationship, no matter the ups and downs, no matter the time and season that is being revealed, it will always be sorted out.
Okay. Well, basically, it's like you still have something to say about.
Yes, okay. I want to say that no matter the kind of shifts or whatever situation that crops in as the family grows, we should always know how we started this relationship. The challenge the marital family relationship or families have these days is because most times, especially ladies, although it's in both ways, but we'll come and present ourselves as this perfect Miss Goody Two Shoes and everything is fine, and as time goes on, as the relationship keep growing, you start seeing a lot of things. But I want to say something. We should always not forget to go back to the drawing, because we should have a pattern, and our pattern is the laid example of Jesus Christ in relationship, be it finances, be it in love and whatever. Now we are focusing on family finances, right? What I want to say is, whether it's the man or the woman, as far as the finances are being utilized, optimally utilized, it's not being wasted, it's not, maybe one person is not using it to attend to his or her personal need, then we are fine.
Okay, but as we talk about this day-to-day spending, we may have to include the family, that is the extended families,
yes.
the family of the man and the family of the woman. And maybe is the man now, I said the man earns once in a while, and once it comes, everybody rejoices, everybody is happy. But the woman has a steady money, and maybe it is the husband, the husband's mother, or maybe the husband's father, or maybe the husband's siblings are in the age of needing now. Are you getting it now? Do you understand what I mean by that?
Yes.
So either the siblings are in school,
yes,
or maybe the parents are sick or something, yes, and they are needing more. And maybe the family of the woman seems to be stable on their own. And the man is now expecting the woman, bring that from that 100,000, let's send to my mother, maybe let's send to my father, maybe let's pay this boy's school fees or something like that. And the woman's mentality of, my money, you understand, to your people, this your people, my people, then. So how do we even handle it in this day to spend this day-to-day issue?
First of all, we should correct the notion of mine. When it comes to marital relationship, it's no longer you, it's now us.
It's easier said than done.
It's easier said than done.
Even in expression and everything, it's easier said than done.
It's easier said than done.
So even in the family where there's an agreement, at some point you still see the woman nature try to blaze out.
Now, let me not generalize. Let me say every good man.
Okay. Every good
woman. Yes, let me not be generalistic now. Every good woman, even at her goodness, has a limit.
Okay.
If, for instance, this month you said, okay, my younger brother needs, for instance, 30,000 this month,
yes,
and it's for his school fees and all that, I give.
And next month, it will
not
be
even
for
next month, maybe before the ending of that same month.
Okay.
Another of your brother needs another money,
okay,
and we have an immediate need,
okay,
of our own family that we need to sort out. Now, a woman being her nature can say, now wow, this money is
I thought we were going towards this direction. This month it will be for this for your family.
No, I'm
and
saying
then
when
next
the woman
month
starts saying it's my money.
I understand, but
what could make her to say this is my money, we are spending like this?
So, but look, I wanted to look at it this way. This month it will be from my 100,000, we'll cover out from 30, pay, give your parents. Then next month we'll give to my parents, and maybe this month we just gave them 30,000 naira. After a week, they call again. Somebody just falls sick, and this one and that one and that one will be needing 10,000 naira. You pay. Then the next month that should be the turn of the other. They call again that something is happening there again. They look at it somehow. It's only your family, because of course you know that if you give to these people, I give to these people, it will definitely have serious listen on the salary.
I think all these things still goes back to family decision.
The family. I think the family needs to always sit together.
Yes, of course.
And discuss.
I think I need to cite a practical example of myself.
Okay.
Like when I was about to get married, and I started talking with my father-in-law.
Okay.
So formally I sent to all I know was my mom. So then when I had father-in-law, I started, sending to my father-in-law as well. So personally, I call it parental offering. So that God bless you, you will live long is enough. So I started doing it. But when we finally got married, responsibilities increased. I had many people that feel from me that was around, and coupled with a new wife and all of that, with some projects at hand, everything, it was cumbersome.
Okay.
So we now agreed that because she too was sending to my mom too, she sends to her dad. We might not even know what we sent to any of them, but we now had to agree on one thing.
Okay.
You see, every month, this is the amount we are going to send to our parents. You send to my own parent, let me send to your parents.
That is because maybe here you are earning monthly. And remember, our point is that this person doesn't earn monthly.
So I was driving at something. Then at a point, the flow wasn't like that anymore. To maintain that monthly this thing, then we have to re-strategize again.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
Just to make sure that maybe not because this person is not introduced into my life, then my son stops sending me money. Or because this guy is introduced into my daughter's life, she stops sending me money. So we try to kind of strike a balance and maintain the whole thing to avoid any party feeling this or that. Then talking about the siblings too, we have to discuss about the siblings, especially the ones, the immediate ones around us, how we can actually.
For me too, I can see you.
How we can actually reach out to. Yes, so how we can actually reach out to them, and it will not be as if one is being biased or one party is being favored over another. Nevertheless, we sought out for those who are really serious, who needed it more.
Okay.
To avoid waste. So it's all about discussion and agreement within the family.
The family needs, and more especially the husband and the wife,
Yes.
need to sit always. There must be communication.
Yes.
Steady communication. Because you may agree on one thing today and tomorrow is not like that again.
Yes.
Because the person we said that works, does a contract job and it pays. This contract pays 100. Another one may pay 200. Another one may even pay. You may even run low. You may even lose.
Yes.
So you don't gain always. So these are the things that the family needs to sit down always and discuss. As we begin to summarize, can there be an advice on how both the steady 100, that is the steady salary, and this big amount that comes once in a while can be managed to sustain the day-to-day spending without anybody feeling it? Is there any suggestion? Let's just maybe get suggestions from.
There is for me.
Yes.
There is, because like Prosperous Prosper rightly said, all these things is communication. Let there be often communication. Let there be, no matter the level of whatever, let's always reach an agreement.
Okay.
How do we do it? And one party should not go ahead and do, maybe because I'm the custodian of the money, it's my money. So let there be a mutual agreement that brings day-to-day communication about finances. Things can change. There could be emergencies of both families, irrespective of the fact that you may have sent money, but these are things that you can't just let light. There are things that you can't just say, okay, because I've done this, I'm not going to do this again and all that. So there should be a steady flow of communication. And whenever you feel you are being marginalized, open up to this person in love and respect.
Okay.
It will be sorted out.
Day-to-day communication.
Yes, because if you avoid that day-to-day communication, there are so many adverse effects.
Yes.
There are scenarios whereby men decide not to tell their wife what they earn. They don't even know their account number, and God forbid something happened and all of that. They finally begin to suffer. Why? This man was a wealthy man when alive, but because of the family don't even know how to trace his inheritance and all of that, it becomes and bank takes over the whole thing and all of that. So communication is very key in this family finance management and all of that. So be it that the man is earning less, the woman is earning more. The woman is taking care of the day-to-day in and expenditures, and the man should always play his role. Remember, even though you earn 1 naira and the woman earns 1 million. Make sure that you contribute something to your family upkeep.
Okay. Yeah.
Make sure that you contribute something
that is
to your
the
family
area
upkeep.
I'm looking at.
By doing that, you're taking responsibility as a
Okay.
man, even though it's not that enough.
Okay.
The woman cannot remember. Make sure you play your part.
Okay. I want to also look at it. First of all, I want to appreciate the two of you, Blessed Queen and Prosper. You've really done justice to this topic, and your advice they are spur. I want to also look at it this way, that maybe the family can have, should I call it personal or an account? Create an account, call it day-to-day account. Whatever the woman earns at the end of the month, maybe out of her whatever, she throws something into them. And whenever this man's money comes, like we said, it comes huge. Let him also take huge from that huge and throw into that account. Exactly. And let it be there. So from there, both the one the woman is throwing there on monthly basis and the one the man throws once in a while, they can from there sort out the day-to-day needs of the family. And know that we are doing this from the pause we created for day-to-day. The woman may be throwing 10,000, for example, and the man who earns in millions can throw up to 1 million when it comes, or maybe hundreds of thousands when it comes, and leave it there.
And you can be rest assured that women are the best managers.
And best manager, yes.
So if you hand over your family's expenditures, whatever, to the wife, you are rest assured that she will manage it well.
You know, it's not all women that are good managers.
Yeah, that's the truth.
That will be another topic for another day.
These people
that will be because
I'm talking out of experience.
We'll discuss because I think our time is already
up. We are talking on the positive part of it now.
But seriously, I wanted to ask a question. Do you advise every man to tell the wife how much he earns?
No.
We'll talk about it some other time. So, my dear wonderful people, remember we treasure you so much. It has been Let's Discuss, a program where we discuss topics that bothers the heart. We promise to be coming your way with interesting topics, and we keep encouraging you to keep following us. Remember always to comment, like, and then share to invite your friends. With me today is still Prosper and Blessed Queen. Okay, and I'm still your friend, the EC Obiora, the old man. We'll be stopping here for today, but don't forget, next week we'll be coming your way with this very interesting topic. If it is advisable for every man to tell the woman how much he earns. God bless you.